guys? How's everybody doing? Pardon my voice, maybe. I've been sick all week, but feeling better today. A massive detox, as they say. Or something's been going around. Whatever that means, right? Bioresonance. None of that germ theory bull crap, that's for sure. But here we are, back for another mukbang. Raw chicken, and then I got some raw 100% grass-fed beef fat for my fat source. What's going on, guys? What's up, Ancestress and Andy? How you guys doing? This is some local pasture-raised chicken. Got some local farmers here that make some pretty good chicken. One of them does no soy, no corn. What's up, Joaquin? What's up, Noah? Trying to get away from butter. I've been doing butter for a long time. And Miller's Farm is charging $16 a pound for butter. So they will be getting no more of my business, because that comes out to like $20 a pound when you come to shipping. So sorry there, Miller's Farm. That's almost gouging there, considering I can get butter locally for $3.50 a pound, raw unsalted. Or 3 or 5, I can't remember what it is, but I pay 1/4 of the price locally that Miller's Farm is charging for their butter. So unfortunately, I won't be getting butter from them anymore, and I'll just be eating local butter when available, and then fat. Beef fat. Miller's Farm raised their prices on everything. Ridiculous, man. And I encourage you guys, I mean, they provide a good service. They got good food. But I encourage you guys to look around for local farmers, man. Because paying $500 for 25 pounds of butter and some cream, like I just did, is ridiculous. Can Miller's sell meat yet? I don't know what the deal is with Miller's, man. It's been so back and forth. I don't know what's going on. You'd have to just check their website. I think so, but it's hard to say. They've had like a pretty intense legal battle going back and forth. So Joaquin says, also was with the sniffles last week. Once it was gone, I had a wonderful night's sleep. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Everybody's been sick, man. Like, everybody around here was sick. Alex says 2 pounds of raw butter for $16 in the Netherlands. That's better. I found a pound for $5 locally, raw unsalted. I couldn't believe it, man. They also sell A2 Jersey milk for $3.50 a gallon. This farm I got locally is like unbelievably cheap, man, and they got quality food. Michael says I'm from New Jersey, and I'm fine. And finding any organs besides the basic heart liver and kidney is impossible for me. That sucks, man. You guys must not have a bunch of farms out there, huh? Nola says, check out Miller's Biofarm. For sure. I've heard of them before, and I think I've seen their website. How much is the butter on there, do you know? Ludo says, glad to see you streaming more often. For sure. Yeah, I'm trying to do it every Monday. Like, when the weather gets nice, you'll see me streaming more, doing more videos and stuff. During the winter, though, man, I go into hibernation. I don't want to stream. I don't want to really do anything besides just work and sleep, you know. But we're getting out of winter time now, so I'm getting my energy back. And it's also full moon right now, so you guys will see me streaming on full moons pretty often, because full moon gives me a pretty crazy energy. Yeah, Clear Creek. Michael says, ironically, we do have a lot, but for some reason, every time I ask about getting other organs, the butcher says the farmers don't let them keep any. My theory is Asian restaurants buying it up or something. Could be. Oh, I forgot the music. My bad, y'all. Noah says Miller's Bio is over 30 a pound. No way. $30 a pound for butter? Who the hell would even eat that? It's ridiculous, man. $30 a pound for butter. No. These guys are gouging people, man. $30. It's just not worth it, man. Just eat beef fat. You can get this stuff for $5 a pound. And it's grass-fed. Guten Abend Nachbar aus Deutschland. I don't know what that means, but that's it, right? How's my German accent? Deutsches Territorium Hirgets Olivat. I'm obsessed with German, man. I want to learn it. Dylan says, is all your produce from antibiotic and vaccine-free animals also? Yes. David said that means good evening, neighbor from Germany. Oh, okay. Knots says bon appetit. Your accent is perfect. Do you have any issues with plaque? No, I don't. No plaque. I know some people do. And I don't know if you guys can see my teeth, but teeth are pretty good shape. I know some people do, and they ask me about it, and I really don't have any answers other than just kind of let the body do what it naturally needs to do. Don't interfere. Don't try to scrub it off or do any medical interventions. Just let your body kind of do what it needs to do, and I think eventually it should go away. I think Ajahn has said something about plaque is like your body binding fats with heavy metals or something that are detoxing from your brain. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think he said something like that. You're detoxing your brain out, man. Otto says, in Germany, all chickens are vaccinated, even organic chickens. Wonder if something gets into the eggs. I'd hate to give up our eggs. I don't know, man. We can't even really speculate. I mean, is there any studies done on vaccine toxicity in chicken eggs? You know what I mean? You'd have to like do a study on it. You'd have to like crack the egg open and test it for mercury and aluminum. I mean, that's the only way to find out, man. David asked, would I eat grain-fed or vaxxed chicken? If it was organic grain-fed, possibly. I mean, these guys get feed. This chicken gets feed, but it's organic. I don't know if this is corn and soy free though, because I have a farmer that he does corn and soy free, and it's a different color than this. This is more yellow, so I'm wondering if like the corn like tints the meat or something. It's kind of weird. This is like darker. I don't know what that means, but chickens around here, especially in Nebraska, you have to give them feed because we have like long winters. Vaxxed chicken, I mean, I don't know. Would I? Probably, if it was the only thing I could get. This is raw chicken, yes. How do you find a good local farm? Get on like eatwild.com, get on realmilk.com, and also get on Facebook and look for co-ops. That's a huge one. Victoria says, do you know how to cure a boil on the neck? What did Ajahn say about it? I don't know about boils. I mean, it's some kind of detoxification. I know he said anything come out of your skin is like a detoxification typically, so you probably just have to let it run its course. But you can maybe try like I don't know, boils. I used to have boils on my face a little bit. I had bad acne and also had boils as well. It's an interesting question. I don't know if anybody in chat knows. Maybe they can chime in. But I assume it's just some kind of detoxification. You got to kind of let it run its course. The body's doing that for a reason. Like I would try like hot bath or sauna. Even though Ajahn didn't like saunas, I use my Relax Far infrared sauna all the time. It's great. How much do I weigh? I don't know. Our scale broke. But probably about 205. Pretty lean right now. Not skinny though, but pretty lean. It's wintertime, man. Wintertime got me lean. Haven't eaten really any carbs, so I'm trying to carb up a little bit. AJ says, where can I find a free book with autogenous advice? Email me. 88668@protonmail.com. Also, if you'd like to get on the live stream notification list, I will email you before every live stream. Do I eat raw eggs? Yes. I eat 6 every morning in my milkshake. Is it okay to eat the whites? Yes. There's a lot of debate on that. I've never seen any problem with it. I haven't eaten raw egg whites for 5 years. Never noticed any problem. Some people say they digest the egg better with just the yolk. I don't really know what's going on there. I think it's like similar with people that claim they can't drink like raw milk. Some people's just guts are different. Not sure exactly why, but I would say it's okay to eat the raw egg white. It makes sense. I mean, when you give animals eggs, they don't dig out the yolk. They eat the whole thing. Do I use a dentist? No, definitely not. Never. I'll never use a dentist unless I break a tooth or something. Yeah, whites are really good for hydration, for sure. Favorite fat source other than butter? Bone marrow, for sure. But besides that, 100% grass-fed beef fat. How much fluid do I do a day? I do a 1.5 cups of milk for breakfast. And then kind of sip water throughout the day a little bit. But I don't know. Probably, like I said, 1.5 cups of milk and then maybe like 1.5 cups of water a day. I get all my fluid through like eggs and milk and raw meat. Haven't been to the dentist in 3 years. Good for you. Why don't I use a knife? I could. It's just I don't know. This is basically the same thing. 2 knives with a handle. I like it. Cut as I go. This is good for like when I take lunch to work. I just throw a big old hunk of meat inside of a jar and just pull this out and just clip it off for lunch. Dictator Joke says, just finished Contagion Myth. Currently reading Primal Diet. Finally got one in the UK. What's something you have read in these books that stuck with you? Oh man, there's so much in the Primal Diet book, man. So much. Just everything he talks about in that book is mind blowing. There's not really one thing that stuck out, but Contagion Myth, like, I'd have to reread that one. But I've read so many books and I've gotten so much information that basically go over like the same thing. But I think in Contagion Myth, I think he touches on bioresonance, which is really cool, which is the concept of like we have magnetic fields around us and we can detect when other people are going through a detoxification. So then our body starts to copy their DNA or their viruses and we produce the same virus inside of ourselves. So it's not contagious. We just copy their DNA through bioresonance. Tom Cowan is a genius, man. What's up, Andre? Says, hi, Wes. Watching you during eating raw liver. Keep working. Will do, man. Appreciate it. After that says, how'd you fix your acne? I didn't, dude. I just lived with it. And eventually it just went away. Sergeant Angle says, Augenus said he got his dental work done with any numbing injection. I know. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. I've had like root canals and I've had bridges and crowns put on and stuff because I had a facial injury where I chipped a bunch of teeth in half. I could never do that without numbing injection. Kevin says, do you fish or hunt? I never liked fishing, man. At least freshwater. Saltwater was pretty fun. I went saltwater fishing a couple months ago. Caught some red snapper. That was pretty cool. I don't hunt either. I'm kind of with Derek Nance on the hunting thing. I don't really like hunting either. I don't like chasing animals down and like shooting them in the head with a gun. I would prefer to be like a shepherd and give the animals a good life, love them, feed them well, and then at the very end of their life, slit their throat and eat them raw. But yeah, not much of a hunter, man. I would love to get my own animals though. Noah says, is there a difference between fresh and frozen? Do you ever eat frozen meat? Yeah, there's a difference. Fresh is obviously ideal. Frozen is not going to kill you if that's all you have. But always get fresh if possible. But yeah, I do eat frozen like probably half the time when I can't get fresh. David sent $5.99. Thanks, man, for the super chat. Always good content, man. Thank you very much. Joaquim says, I just finished The Truth About Contagion from Tom Cowan and Sally Fallon. Yeah, that's actually the same book. They changed it from Contagion Myth to The Truth About Contagion because Amazon banned it. But I got an original copy with Contagion Myth on the front. My skin looks radiant. Thanks. Your skin can also look radiant too if you get on the raw meat diet. Raw milk will do that, and raw liver. Do I drink blood when I can get it? Yeah. Primal Spirit says, I'm still pretty toxic, don't have much appetite for red meat. Will the appetite for it come naturally, or is there anything I can do? Just eat white meat then, man. Some people just do better on red, some people do better on white. Then eat some fish, eat some chicken, Don't worry about it. Eventually it could come back. I've heard people say that drinking vegetable juices will bring appetite for red meat back. You can try that. Thoughts on Owen Benjamin? That's my homie. I love that guy. Fafus is only hunt if you need to eat, to be honest. Yes. Absolutely. Alex says only can get frozen here. It's alright, man. Look how healthy I am at 40 years old. I eat tons of frozen food. Don't let people freak you out about frozen food, man. It's not ideal. You obviously want fresh, but don't let people scare the shit out of you and say you're gonna get some kind of disease or something. Is there a nutritional pro-con in older, younger meats? Yes, you want older meat. As long as it was like raised, pasture-raised, and raised ethically. Older meat is better because it's given more time to build up nutrients in the meat. Just Donis says, why you all talk same thing? Do something. I'm guessing English is your second language. We don't know what you mean, man. LA111, I eat organs raw but have issues with meat. LOL. It's just very chewy. Yeah, it's gonna be chewy. I don't know how to get around that. You could blend it up. Anna, would it be better to avoid organs and fat from those animals? What is your opinion? Are you talking about like vaccinated animals? Let's see, what was your question before? I would say, I think Ajahn said bone marrow if you're talking about vaccinated animals. I wouldn't eat the bone marrow on the legs. Organs and fat, I would be more concerned with non-organic feed. That would be my biggest concern. I don't think the vaccines are going to really destroy the organs and the meat and the fat as much as all of the chemicals inside of non-organic feed. So I would really concentrate more on eating organic rather than non-vaccinated, to be honest with you. Because you got to think about it, like just one little vaccine in the animal, or 2 vaccines or whatever, compared to just eating like chemicals every day, it's going to affect the meat more. Sergeant Angle says, Ajahn has also said not to let dentists scrape teeth. Oh yeah. I love scraping your teeth, man. Those metal picks. Dentists are brutal, dude. Modern dentistry is so barbaric. Like, root canals, that procedure should not be done on anybody. They hollow your bone out in your tooth and then leave it hollow. It's stupid. Gives people all sorts of diseases. Autoimmune type stuff. Patrick says, since you've been on this diet, have you had wild dreams? Oh yeah, man. Unbelievable dreams. My dreams started after I quit smoking cannabis about 3.5 years ago. But since I've been on this diet, my dreams have just been unbelievably wild. Every single night, man. Every single night. Especially because big part of it is because I'm sober, you know. I don't use any drugs or alcohol or anything, so my mind is just, it's alive. But yeah, every night. Same thing with my fiance too. We get up every morning and tell each other our dreams. Like we're little kids or something. It's crazy. Society sucks, says, I feel like if you cooked your meat, you would be just as healthy, but to each their own. Not just as healthy. You can be pretty healthy if you eat cooked food. It really depends on person to person though, man. Eventually though, it kind of catches up. You produce advanced glycation products and all sorts of things that kind of age your body. And creates cooked food creates like metabolic waste, things like that. raw food 100% makes you healthier. I've seen evidence just in myself and my fiance and other people. You can just see it in their eyes and their skin, and it's just everything. It's, you know, I feel way different than people that eat cooked food, man. Dictator Jokes says here in the UK they apply fluoride paste to people and say not to eat 24 hours. They do that here too, man. I remember those crappy little fluoride things they'd make you stick in your mouth. That's ridiculous. Do I keep a dream journal? I don't, man. If I did, that thing would be hundreds of pages. Cannabis is a dream killer. Yes, it is. It's crazy too because that's like 1/3 of your life. So if you smoke cannabis, you're missing out on 1/3 of your life. Is it true the less you eat, the longer you live? I have seen studies on that, and yeah, it does seem like it's true. But at what expense, right? The quality of your life, the strength, your vitality, your mental energy, you know? Probably. I think there's a inverse correlation with calories and lifespan. The less calories you eat, the longer you live. It's very interesting. But like I said, like, you know, they're probably not accomplishing as much as the next person that's eating more, getting more energy, getting more calories. And who knows how that affects your body. Can someone replace water with blood? I mean, you don't need to like drink blood all day, man. You can get most of your hydration just from raw meat. You could replace water with milk or blood, though, for sure. I mean, blood and milk are both like mostly water. How about my waist compared to cooked meat? Is there any difference? Yes. A little bit, yeah. It's hard to say what the difference is, though. Cooked waste is definitely more stinky, for sure. Did I do the podcast with Emily? No, I did that one with her a while back, and we just didn't have time to do the other one. We might have to reschedule it or something. Fluoride is definitely toxic, for sure. Joe Dubs says, you almost had my soul on that sauna. I'm fighting cheaper far infrareds for like $500 though. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. They're scamming you, man. It's not a true far infrared. The relaxed far infrared sauna is like 90-something% far infrared energy. Those other saunas are not 90% far infrared, dude. They're like a full spectrum. You want to get far infrared. Mostly far infrared. I wouldn't buy the knockoff, dude. This sauna, the relaxed far infrared sauna is, you just got to look up like the testimonials and listen to the podcast on Extreme Health Radio about it. It's unbelievable, dude. Okay, I almost had me sold on the sauna. That makes more sense than I almost had your soul. It's pretty funny. Sergeant Angle says, "Who's Emily?" She's a Instagrammer and like a podcaster. Primal Spirit, well, I love raw milk. What are your thoughts on estrogens? There might be some in there, but I don't think it's really going to affect your testosterone that much. My testosterone is high enough as it is, and I drink milk every day. It doesn't seem to affect me. I don't think there's any real evidence that it like drops your testosterone or anything. Layan says near is better than far, I heard. I don't think so, man. Far infrared penetrates your body more. It goes like into your cells. It like shoots light into your cells, man. It like structures the water in your body. Near infrared, I think, only goes like a certain amount of depth inside your skin. Let's just look it up right now. I'm interested in this stuff. You'll find articles though that will say that near is better than far, but I think it's bullcrap. Far infrared has many benefits. It can provide enough heat to warm the body inside. As a result, you sweat much. Yeah, that's the thing about far infrared saunas is you sweat like crazy, man. About 18 minutes in, it's just rolling off your body in like puddles. This article is saying near-infrared saunas can give direct relief to your skin and body pain. However, the effects given by far-infrared saunas are more noticeable than near-infrared. For far-infrared saunas, they are 7 times more effective in detoxifying your body. It is because far-infrared saunas can make you perspire heavily, so you remove more toxic chemicals in the body. In addition, these saunas mobilize harmful elements through the production of sweat that is fat-based. Researchers found that using an infrared sauna for 30 minutes can make you burn around 600 calories. Yeah, I was getting super lean doing the sauna every day, man. Far infrared saunas can improve your metabolism, lessen cortisol, and increase HGH. Yeah, it just like burns fat like crazy, dude, and like detoxifies the hell out of you. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure far infrared is the way to go, man. I wouldn't have bought this thing if I don't think I got scammed by this guy on the Extreme Health Radio. He's like a really smart guy. He's like a genius. And he sold me on it, man. He's a very smart man. And he explained all the benefits of far infrared versus near infrared. And I think far is the winner. But again, we're talking about something you can't even see with your eyes. So how do you know? But I do know the way I feel when I get out of that sauna, and it's unreal, man. ACH Gamer says iron overload from blood can't happen. Your body adapt to it. I don't know. Iron overload's an interesting one too, because are they talking about cooked iron? Are they talking about raw iron? I don't really know what to make of iron overload. One thing I do is that I donate blood twice a year, 3 times a year, something like that, whatever, however long they let you. And that lowers the iron in your blood. It's one way to do it. It's one way to dump iron. Just donate blood. And you also get like a free hemoglobin test. So they test your iron levels when you go in there every time. So I found that my iron has slowly been going down when I donate. But it goes back up when I eat red meat. What do I eat for hygiene products? I'm sorry, what do I use for hygiene products? Nothing. I use no shampoo, no soap, no toothpaste, no deodorant, no shaving cream, nothing. Just water, man. Hot water. Cleans you good. If you're on this diet and you're pretty much detoxed for the most part, and you're not eating crappy food anymore, you don't want to be covering up your armpit smells, man. Because that's where your sex hormones come out of, and that's where you're going to attract women. So you want a little bit of stink in your armpit. Real women actually like that. It like turns them on. So don't like cover up your armpit smells. That's how you attract mates. Do I believe coffee can be beneficial since it allows man to work longer hours and man's value comes from work? In some cases, probably, yeah. In some cultures and societies, and yeah, it's got its benefits. It's got a tool. If you're in a situation to where you have to work, like at night or something, there's no other jobs available. You have to work at night to make some extra money. I've had to do that before. I was working during the day from like 8 to 5, and then I went and washed dishes from like 6:30 to 11. So I worked from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., sometimes midnight every night. And I could barely walk when I got home, man. Like I was so freaking beat up. But I did that for like a while, like 6 months. And I drank coffee. I would eat dinner, and then I would go drink coffee when I washed dishes. It helped. It definitely helped, man. So yeah, you just got to use these things as tools. Same thing. It's like, it reminds me of like coca leaves, like cocaine. You know, the tribes that chew the coca leaves when they go hiking in the mountains. It helps with like altitude sickness and things like that. That's fine, you know. But it's when you start like processing it and like sniffing the coke is when you have issues. But if you use it as like a plant extract or something, occasionally, I think that's what they're here for. How many hours do I sleep a night? I'm about 8 hours. I don't think I'm ever going to get away from sleeping 8 hours a night, man. Some people just sleep less, some people sleep more. Everyone in my family sleeps like 8 hours a night. Can you grow taller at 19? Oh yeah. You can grow taller. I've known people that have grown in their 20s and like 30s. My brother grew like 2 or 3 inches when he was like 18. A Lion's Roots says, sometimes I sleep 5 hours and feel great, sometimes 10 hours. It goes best without alarms and just falling asleep without delaying. Yeah. Well, what I've been doing lately is I've been falling asleep really early, which is something I've never done my whole life. I go to bed at like 8 o'clock. And I encourage everyone to try this. I know it's super hard to do because you feel like you're like missing out on something. But just go to bed at 8 p.m. And I wake up at like 5:30, which gives me about 8.5 hours, something like that. By the time I like go upstairs and get ready for sleep and like say my prayers and lay down and fall asleep, it's usually, 9 o'clock or something by the time I'm actually sleeping. But try it, because I've heard people say that you get to actually better sleep between the hours of like 8 and 4 a.m. than you would from like 10 to 6 a.m. And that's what I've noticed. I love going to bed at 8 o'clock, man. Like, I'll never get away from that ever again. It's the best. Try it out. Primal Jihad says, will you work at least 60 hours a week to care for your family? If needed. I mean, between, I have multiple incomes, but between everything I do, I work at least 50. But I would do, I mean, I worked 60, 65 hours a week when I didn't even have a family or a fiance, and I just had an apartment. I was just saving money. I was making like $60,000 a year just detailing cars and washing dishes because I had 2 jobs. So you can make good money, man. You just got to bust your ass, and that's all you're going to do every day. That's all you're going to do. But sometimes you need to do that stuff in order to save money, get yourself out of a bind. Nate says, hell yeah, I'm 180 centimeters and hope to get to like 6'1", maybe 6'2". I'm 6 foot when I wear Air Forces, LMAO. Get some cowboy boots, man. I'm 6'4" in my cowboy boots. Joaquin says, I go to bed lately between 8 and 9 in the evening. Consequently, I wake up early. Yes. And it's better sleep, man. Do you notice it's better sleep? Joaquin says, yep, the best sleep. Oh, you already answered the question. The best sleep is between 8 and 12. It is, yeah. I would say the best sleep is between like 8:30 and 2 a.m. because I wake up at like 2 a.m. like wide awake like all the time. Like I could get up at 2 a.m. What do I think about NEETs? What does that mean? NEETS? I'm not sure what that means. Nate says, damn, my big brother is 6'6" or 6'7", so it's annoying being only like 6, LOL. Oh, I feel your pain, dude. Both of my brothers they're both 6'6", so I'm like the midget, but I'm bigger than them. I'm stronger. Addie says 10:45 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. is perfect. That's not quite enough for me, but if that works for you, that's good, man. I need more like 9 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. But I usually start heading up to bed about 8 o'clock. Sophie says, what are the most attractive physical and non-physical traits in a woman? For me, this is a question that's going to get me in trouble. I'm about to get married. And I don't want to say anything stupid here, so let's just go with non-physical. Non-physical attractive traits in a woman would be nurturing, empathetic, like motherly traits. Very caring, very loving, soft demeanor, and submissive. What do I do for work? I work at a local door company. I'm a shop foreman in the door and hardware trade. Dan says not in education, employment, or training. I'm not really sure what your question is. What do I think about not in education, employment, or training? You'd have to clarify your question for me there, sir. Primal Jihad says man should be working at least 80 hours a week. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. If you're working like a farm, like if you're working like a job and you have like a family, you're working 80 hours a week anyway. ACH Gamer says, is it normal to be with a parent that you've had with trauma and childhood abuse and don't love you unconditionally as a son? It's unfortunately a lot more common nowadays, man. A lot of people have had to deal with shitty parents. I've had issues with my parents. I know a bunch of people that have issues with their parents. Yeah, it's a problem, man. You're not the only one if that's you, that's for sure. Just realize that they don't do it on purpose. They can't help themselves, and it was most likely because that's the way they were raised. Like, they just don't know any better, you know? Nate says, it's okay to freeze liver in plastic, isn't it? Or any other ways that are better? Yeah, I use plastic. Vacuum sealers. It's fine, man. I mean, obviously, ideally, you want to raise the animal ethically in your backyard and then butcher it and then eat it all fresh right there and never store it. But, yeah. You gotta throw it in plastic every once in a while because jars don't really... You could vacuum seal it in jars. There's actually ways to do that. Look into jar vacuum sealers. Is my work behind a desk? No. I'm on my feet all day. Could I imagine myself doing that 8 hours a day? Absolutely not. Never. Never, 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 man. Never at a desk. I will either be in a shop or I will be in the field. By in the field, I mean doing some sort of, driving around, doing sales, stopping for appointments and blah, blah, blah. But I can't do desk stuff, man. Is it acceptable to use caffeine for certain purposes, like for working 20 hours a day? Yeah. I think it's okay. I would try it without it. Have I tried zeolites? No, I haven't. How much do I think I need to make annually to be comfortable? Well, it really depends on where you're at in the country, man. I would say, like here in Nebraska, like a husband and wife should be making together to be comfortable with like a family and stuff. You probably want to be making about $90,000 a year between the two of you. But that's in Nebraska, man. Like, some people need to make that just on their own, just to survive if you're in, like, New York or something, But we got a low cost of living around here. Anything that Augenus says that I don't agree with? I just don't know, man. I haven't really, looked into his research. I just you just read what he writes and just take it for the gospel. And I don't know what else. I don't know how to really question his work without doing the studies myself. But the one thing I am a bit skeptical on is saunas and fasting. I think there's a benefit to saunas and there's a benefit to fasting as well. It's obviously why we've been doing them for thousands of years. But I do agree with him in the sense that you shouldn't heat your head up in the sauna. That doesn't seem right to me. And to whoever, I can't remember who I was talking to earlier about the sauna thing, that's why you should get one of the relaxed saunas rather than like a steam sauna, because you don't want to heat your head up. When will I do a live stream with Derek again? Hopefully soon, man. K&E says, I never received your email notification, but glad I noticed you live. Why don't you email me one more time and make sure I got you on the list? K&E, if you wouldn't mind. Sorry about that. I send it out to everybody beforehand. Nebraska's cool, yeah. It's a nice place to live. Nice place to raise a family. Low cost of living. Everybody's pretty cool here. Primal Jihad says, Agenus says, saunas is too hot and it will destroy your mucous membranes. Yeah, and that kind of makes sense, but my head is not inside the sauna. So my mucous membranes are not being cooked. YouTube 19104J says, what's the difference between a relaxed versus steam saunas? Well, the relaxed sauna uses far infrared light. Steam sauna just uses like some kind of, maybe other kind of infrared energy or something. They're all different. You'd have to just look into each individual one to see what it does. Got 46 people in the house here. That's nice. Nice little turnout today, everybody. Do I think things like raw honey and fruit are healthy? Yeah, I love it. Raw honey is full of enzymes. Very good for you for digesting food. And it's a good source of carbohydrates that your body can handle. Easy to digest. Fruit, good source of micronutrients and hydration. And carbohydrates. What do I do for work? I'm in the door and hardware trade. I work as a shop foreman. I got Mondays off, if y'all are wondering. I work 4 10-hour days with no coffee. No coffee, no tea, no drugs, no supplements. Just raw meat and raw milk. Do I still work out with weights? Occasionally, man. Occasionally. I'm gonna start doing push-ups. I seem to enjoy more like body weight exercises now, like push-ups and jump ropes and stuff. Joaquim says, I'm skeptical about sauna. Jacuzzi is very seducing. I agree, man. I think actually the hot tub actually does get you a little hotter, or just as hot as a sauna, because the water's actually touching your skin. Excuse me. When I went down and visited my fiance's parents, we sat in this hot tub jacuzzi every night for like a week. Yeah, I do salt baths occasionally as well. They're very good. Well, I'm about to wrap it up here in just a few, boys and girls. I like to hit about an hour and wrap it up. Makes it easy for people to rewatch it. Yeah, I use Epsom salts. Addy says hot tub heats your entire body and helps remove hardened toxicity. It does, yeah. So does the sauna, I believe, too, though. I believe the sauna basically does the same thing. By the way, I sweat off that sauna. I mean, I feel like it's a total detoxification. Sergeant Angle says Agenus said some people need to work out, something about their eyes. Yeah, it's like exercise rings. Yeah. I think I'm definitely one of those people. I don't really need to, but when I do work out, I feel like really good, man. Is it acceptable to have a beer after a 20-hour day at work to unwind? I don't see anything wrong with that. You're just gonna have a beer. Alright, boys and girls, I'm gonna roll out here. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, and keep eating raw meat. God bless. We'll see you probably next Monday. Get on my live stream notification list. Email me 88668 at protonmail.com. And get a hold of me if you'd like a one-on-one consultation.